Welcome back, everyone. One of the very first places that I look when working with lichen conditions is the gut. And that's because 70 to 80% of your immune system lives in and around the gut. So when we start there, we're actually casting this wide net to understand what might be driving immune activation. And if you haven't watched parts 1 through 6 yet of this series, I recommend starting there. They explain why immune activation matters so much in lichen conditions. Now, I want to show you something. This is the GI map, an advanced functional stool test that looks much deeper than conventional medicine and basic digestive labs. This test lets us know if there is anything in the gut that is activating your immune system. Let me walk you through what it looks for. It evaluates certain bacterial pathogens such as C. diff or E. coli or some parasitic pathogens such as Giardia. Next, it evaluates H. pylori. H. pylori is a bacteria that burrows into the stomach lining. Some strains are more inflammatory than others, and certain virulence factors that the H. pylori carries can strongly stimulate immune activation. Subtle symptoms of H. pylori include things like heartburn, indigestion, burping, and in severe cases, ulcers. H. pylori can trigger mast cell activation and cause histamine symptoms, such as lichen conditions. Next, this test measures commensal bacteria, and these are the good guys, your beneficial organisms that help regulate your immune tolerance. And if you have low diversity or bacteria imbalance here, it can reduce your immune resilience. We need the good bacteria to crowd out the bad bacteria. The GI map also tests for opportunistic or an overgrowth of bacteria, and these are things like staph, strep, Klebsiella, Citrobacter, and Proteus. These bacteria activate the immune system, increasing mast cell activity and the release of histamine. It also looks for Candida and yeast overgrowth. And when yeast levels are elevated, they can irritate the gut lining and increase inflammatory signaling. We also look for parasitic infections such as Blastocystis hominis. And many people assume that parasites always cause obvious digestive symptoms, but that is not always the case. They quietly drive immune activation in the background. Then we look at the intestinal health markers in the gut. We can see secretory IgA. This is your immune system within the gut. If the immune system is constantly reacting to something, mast cells stay activated, histamine signaling can increase, and inflammation doesn't stay confined to the digestive tract. It shows up in your skin and mucosal tissues. When we identify and address what's driving the immune response, symptoms calm. We've reduced the trigger behind it. This is why I start in the gut. It gives us information. And with this information, we can use targeted support. If this series has helped you understand your condition differently, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and join the Facebook group Lichen Planus or Lichen Planus and Lichen Sclerosus Root Cause Solutions. And I'll see you in the next video.